should be working, minus whatever's going on here.
I'm Pepito. I'm the dog that produces the show, and now it is live, and I'm a dog.
Okay. Let's see. Resetting a bunch of things. And... okay, there we go. Now I can see chat again. We're back to normal. Ish. Normal-ish. The question is, will it do the thing now where everything runs super E? Oh, it is doing that. Pepito, are you running at 10 frames per second? Because we might just have to live with it for the day. If you're feeling off, like you sometimes do.
Yeah. I'm a little slow today. Bleh. Bleh.
Okay, nothing you can do.
Oh no. My brain is not running well.
Is it usually?
Usually I'm whip smart. A trenchant political commentary from Pepito.
Visually, he looks alright. It could also just be my computer. Oh, I see what happened. Guys, I see what happened. Are you doing better now?
Sort of.
He's taking the death of late night very hard. Pepito, were you a fan of Colbert?
Yes. He's a burrito?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh. He's chicken?
He's a late night host?
Right. Love that guy.
I'm going to try to reset one other thing and see if that helps. You're going to lose audio for just a sec. Most likely. Okay, here we go. That's the best we can do today, I guess.
I feel great now. Everything's normal.
Well, you're not any more delayed than the other people that I might talk to, so I guess I shouldn't complain. What do you mean? My mouth is moving at the normal pace, Case. Oh my god, there's too many people flying around. Pepito, can you stay in your producer's corner?
I was over there to help Jeff.
Okay. Jeff, why are you over there? This is sometimes where I go. To piss. We've got a debate, so that'll kill some time. Hard or soft shell tacos? Ooh, we're running through some classics lately. You love to see it. Piss tacos. Jeff, you just have piss on the mind. That's true. You interrupted me on my way to the bathroom, and now I feel like I'm on the spot. Also, where's your goddamn fish tie, you non-professional? At least Jeff keeps me on track when it comes to this fish tie. It doesn't matter if we're only streaming for 20 minutes, and I've spent half of it doing tech stuff. I gotta wear this fish tie. Oh, wait. I also have to remember to take these off. Fuck hard shell tacos? That's crazy, guys. What's the problem with hard shell tacos? I kind of agree with Melody Von Torture if your point is that they're like nachos, but in a tube, in a half pipe. Hard shell tacos are just nachos in a half pipe. Fortunately, I don't have to debate this incredibly touchy issue. I can leave it to the semi-professionals and dead people. Sick. Out of recovering people. There we go. People say it's not authentic. I mean, I guess I've only really had them that often at Taco Bell. To me, they're authentically Taco Bell. If I go to Taco Bell, I don't think I'm getting too touchy on if I have a soft shell or a hard shell taco. I guess I honestly can't think of the last time I had a hard shell taco outside of Taco Bell. My point would just be that at Taco Bell, sometimes I want a hard shell taco, but I don't really trust any of their food. So, an expert on how not to get caught on a kiss cam with your wife at a Coldplay concert. That could have been useful for some people, for sure. Not your wife. Yeah. Not your wife. Why is it doing this? Okay. With not your wife, yeah. Not your wife. I get it, I think. Wait, let me try one last thing. I just realized this program is shitting the bed once again. One sec. Oh, the many mysteries of computer. Who would be an expert in that? At least now I can load things. We're good now. I mean, it's not going to look good, but I should have stopped having that be a concern on the stream long ago. An expert in kissing. Okay, this seems like it makes sense. Donald Trump? I don't know if we want his kissing expertise, but if the request is out there, we can do that. Chet can S-word it. See, caught myself. I won't be tricked. Not today. George Lopez? Wait a minute. What is this? One sec. Will this load? Sometimes you see an expert floating around out there, and you're like, is it going to let me get away with this? Oh. If only you guys knew all the beauty you're missing out on by this program only half functioning. It's so sad. There's so much incredible stuff out there I just can't show you. Oh, the worlds I could show you. No brown face? Yeah, I do avoid those. I would avoid those filters either way. Though sometimes I click on one, and fortunately, outside of one Mario occasion, I haven't shown you it. But they're out there. Every once in a while, I'll click on one and be like, thank God I didn't hard cut to this. Because stream fails. But maybe worse than what you're expecting. Okay, anyway, I guess we'll ask Donald Trump about this. You know what? Let's do the news first because it's about Donald Trump. Then I'm going to turn off requests. We'll talk to this Kiss expert, and then we'll do whatever else for the day. Munch and Crumb. And then we'll just get the fuck out of here. I gotta hurry up. We only have 30 minutes to do it all. So let's do some quick news. It's still your vagina. Don't let them take it from you. Okay. I feel like I just get up. Ladies against me. They want me to come.
Let me flip it, take you on a trip through history. America's like a Space Jam DVD. Pop it and press
yes.
play. It's a slam dunk legacy.
Feeling great today.
Okay, we got this.
You know, you haven't even checked this
We
comment.
rising up like rockets.
Good to see everyone. It's your boy Rick.
We've come so far.
Here to smooth everything over. National temperature's gotten a little hot. Why am I feeling so groggy today? Everybody's going to be feeling groggy today. Sorry. It's a short stream at least, so you don't have to feel groggy for that long, Rick. I just feel like I'm moving at like half the usual pace. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of white in your hair and beard now. Whose fault is that? Who knows? You just got home, MSG? Good. You're home. Welcome home. Hope you had an okay day. Oh my God, everything is breaking. Trump's special day. Let's talk about it. I haven't really checked in on all the details of whatever this birthday story is. So, birthday card story. So I'm excited to learn with the rest of you. What could he have done this time? getting himself in trouble just for a good old birthday card. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is beautiful. What the frick? Ah, guys. If I had a camera behind me, you would see that things are not working the way that they're supposed to today. And I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm fine with that because I can roll with the punches and it's not going to drive me insane. You know? You know what I mean, Rick?
You're sounding scary. And just chill. Rick's got the news covered. Rick News.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that framing for this, Rick. I feel like you're going to probably do a pretty bad job with the commentary on this.
What? Stop prejudging my pre-news workout. All right, here we go. That's not the right one. Here we go. We're swapping it all around.
Now I sound like Rick. All right. Jesus. Okay, can it work now? There we go. Frickin' headaches today, everybody. Rick, what were you going to say? Oh, and now this isn't working? I'm going to murder my stream. I got to murder my stream setup real quick. Because it is not cooperating.
We're back. Okay, we're so set up. Boom, it's flawless. And I look great. Just when you hear my words, move my mouth forward in the future by about 1 second. Reported birthday card from Trump to Epstein shines new light on their friendship as fallout from files release mounts.
Murderbot. What? Murderbot, sorry. Live and Sleazy called that out. My brother recommended it, or said that he watched it. I have a bit of a bias against Apple TV, but I gotta say Murderbot was pretty good. I also liked something else I watched on Apple TV recently that I've already forgotten. And obviously there's Severance. But the fact that I watched a show I liked but forgot, and Severance might mean that frankly Apple TV might be batting the highest average of quality this year. My favorite streaming service might be Apple TV now, which I don't feel good about at all. But I gotta call the strikes and balls, and they've been balling a little bit. I haven't watched The Gorge. Oh, they're in a nuclear silo. Fallout, but it's slightly less cartoony. The Studio, I also watched that. The Studio was also pretty good. So despite me constantly talking shit about Apple TV and feeling slightly disgusted every time I see the Apple logo, I also saw the preview for Monarch Monsters, which I didn't even ever hear about when it came out. I feel like I completely missed any hype around that at all, even though we watched a trailer for it at some point. Both can be true. I guess I don't know why I would feel loyalty to like HBO Max over Apple TV. I think it's just something about Apple TV being, or Apple and Amazon both being like, we do movies now, that I find annoying. We're kind of in the entertainment business, actually, and we're on top of it. The Actress is having a moment. I don't know what that means, Live and Sleazy. That Actress. Man, I can't read lately.
That's why you outsource that stuff to the professional mouth guys. I'm trying to do the news, man.
From Monarch and Shogun. I hope it's a good moment. The Apple TV stuff def has an overproduced vibe because they put money into their shows, but they usually are still very good. Yeah, the Murderbot just was nice. It was like a nice sci-fi show. The scope wasn't like so huge that they couldn't pull it off, but it just still did a lot of world building. And no complaints. Skarsgård did a great job. Thought the whole cast was great. I like all the annoying hippie characters. They're flawed in a way that doesn't make them complete cartoons. It was very well done. And they got Jason Momoa doing Hawaii stuff soon. So I guess I have to be an Apple guy.
The streaming service did it for you, not the phone you've used for over 2 decades.
I could take or leave the phone that big chunks of my life rely on. I'm mostly impressed by their TV output.
Well, what about this?
Oh, the news?
Man, I look good. Okay. Donald Trump reportedly helped celebrate Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday with a body greeting accompanied by a hand-drawn image of a naked woman. I'm sorry, I had a birthday caught in my throat. A report from the Wall Street Journal on Thursday uncovers new details about the relationship between the president and disgraced financier and convicted sex offender whose death and connections to Trump are at the center of an explosive feud between his allies and right-wing figures demanding more information about the case. A letter bearing Trump's name, which was reviewed by the Journal, contains several lines of typewritten text, framed by a drawing of a naked woman. His signature is squiggly, Donald, below her waist, mimicking pubes.
You hate iPhones, such a hassle to do anything with it. I am not a fan of Apple's design in general.
We're talking about sex offenders case.
I'm talking about both. We can talk about iPhones and sex offenders at the same time.
Yeah.
You hate both iPhones and Androids? What does that leave? Samsung phones? I don't know my phones well enough. Just get a brick phone. Apple's design is annoying to me because they don't allow for much customization, in my opinion. They hide a lot of the functionality that you might want to access to make it a more user-friendly experience. Some people really like that. I'm sure if you're a dedicated Apple head, you can get past all that stuff. I'm just too used to Windows products at this point, which have their own function problems. But I feel like in general, whenever I've had like a Windows computer, it's way easier to access like the layers of customization that I'm interested in. Whereas with iPhone stuff, it's always really fucking annoying. You had a Windows phone for a decade and like it except for the lack of app support. I could see that being a problem. Google phones. Google's phone. Wait, is a Windows phone a thing? I'm talking about computers. The phone, it probably has the same problems. I mean, people want to jailbreak them for a reason, right? Whenever I have to do any weird, this has come up more than once. Whenever I have to emulate a cell phone on my computer, it's way easier to do it with non-iPhone emulators. If that makes sense. I don't know why that's come up for me several times, but it has. Windows Phone OS needs to make a comeback. I have a Unihertz Titan Pocket with a physical, this is a preachy, with a physical keyboard like a BlackBerry, and it would be unstoppable with Windows Phone OS. And back to sex offenders. Top 5 sex offenders. Rick, can you count these down?
Coming in at number 5, according to Live and Sleazy, we have Jimmy Savile. Number 4, Donald Trump. Okay, allegedly. Not even, no.
Allegedly, no?
Allegedly, according to him, no. Number 3, Harvey Weinstein. Number 2, Prince Andrew. Allegedly, according to him, no.
You can't say allegedly, according to him, no, all in one sentence.
There's periods in there somewhere, and it's not my responsibility to tell you where. And number 1, Gary Glitter. That's number 1 with what should have probably been a literal bullet.
Yeah, that's a rough list. It's an possibly accurate, but pretty rough list. Snorlaxing says, when I took mobile development in school, you had to have an Apple computer to emulate an iPhone, where Android just worked. That's the kind of Apple versus Windows experience I'm talking about. I just feel like a Windows as an operating system is so much more flexible. Case in point, I have a pretty good Windows laptop that I use for work when I have to work with clients that tend to operate off of more of like an Apple infrastructure. And it was so fucking hard to get this Snap camera rip working on it that I just had to bail and get like a cheap secondary laptop to run it on. That's the kind of thing I feel like they're constantly fucking up for me. But those are very specific complaints. If you're just looking to like edit video or like play media or use a computer for less like, I don't know, weird media projects, then I could see it not being a problem. And I mean, I've heard that their laptops in general are higher performing than a lot of like Dell laptops or like laptops that use Windows. I don't know that stuff well enough to speak on it.
Then shut up and talk about pedophiles already. Alleged pet. No one's a pedophile. There's no more pedophiles. We got them all.
I think you're a little behind, Rick. And not just because of your mouth.
What do you mean? I'm literally reading the most up-to-the-date news, courtesy of Yahoo. Anyway, he wrote, we're back to Trump now, okay? We're doing Trump still. We're still talking about Trump. We're back to Trump and we got to hurry up because you don't have much time, apparently. Anyway, he sent him a sexy letter that he didn't send. Trump didn't send him a sexy letter, says Trump. And everyone else that's saying he did, prove it. But if you did believe it, the letter concludes, happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. That's just a nice thing that friends say to each other.
When have you ever told a friend, may every day be another wonderful secret?
Secrets can be, the thing about a secret is it's like Schrodinger's happiness. You don't know if it's good or bad until you open the box and see what the secret is. And if the box stays closed, then the secret could always be incredibly positive. And that's our country right now. Everybody wants to open the box. But as long as we don't open the box, there's a 60% chance there's an adorable kitten in it. And if we open the box, there's a 40% chance to higher that it's full of stuff you just don't need to know about.
I just can't take you seriously when you're this glitchy looking.
I'm glitching for America right now. America, you're glitching me out. And it's because you're stressing us. You're stressing us decision makers out with your nosiness that's affecting polls that apparently matter to some people still, damn it.
The card could depict a Trumpy finger going into an ass. Could this be the secret?
Let's go with that. They fingered each other's butts. Would that satisfy everyone? A little humiliation, but not legally as troubling?
If they wanted, if those two had just fingered each other's butts, then I would say God bless. But their butts aren't the butts that we're worried about.
At least you said that terribly. I can at least enjoy that. In an interview with the Journal, Trump denied writing the letter or drawing the picture. This is not me. See, here we go. This is a fake thing. It's a fake Wall Street Journal story. By that, I'm assuming it's a full, they did put out a whole story on it. So that it's real that it's a story, unfortunately, but it's fake. What he means to say is the story isn't true. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein pictured in 1992. This is in the story. Look, everybody loves these little gotcha photos of them hanging out, and Virginia Giuffre worked at Mar-a-Lago, and that's where Epstein met her, and Trump openly dated a 20-year-old woman that he said Ghislaine Maxwell introduced him to, and she seems to have known him possibly when she was younger than that, and he said that Ghislaine Maxwell introduced him to other women in a tabloid in the 90s. So?
I don't think most people are even aware of the stuff you're talking about right now, Rick.
My point is, stop talking about it. Jeez. What? It's not like the guy was criminally accused of sexual assault by a 13-year-old girl.
He'd literally, well, she wasn't 13 when she accused him, but
that case got thrown out. So let's throw it all out.
Throw it all out.
Throw it all out. Every time it gets to a court, it doesn't work. So it must be a lie.
Yeah, Virginia Giuffre, I think is her name. She did die. She died. And I've also seen people say she's not credible because she was caught lying about certain things. Like that would make everyone, even if she was lying, like one of these victims who definitely wasn't lying about everything, there's just so much shit at this point. There's just mountains and mountains and mountains of shit. I believe her too. I think there's like specific things where people like found contradictory facts to something or other. It's just so ridiculous. Like, I don't even know exactly what happened. I don't know if Trump was directly involved with attacking women or if he just knew this guy really well. He's protecting other people. I suspect the more obvious option is true. Like, if I had to go with my gut, I think Donald Trump is, I try not to use this word that often, but a rapist. He's been accused of it by multiple people at this point, and he absolutely seems like one. So it would not surprise me at all And he was criminally liable for rape. So like, that's just the fact that we even have to entertain this like delusion that he's not a fucking creep and almost certainly did this shit is insane. But it's just so, I guess, somehow this was not apparent to people both times they voted for him, and it's managing to create like at least a fissure in his podcasting wing. The podcasting wing of the Republican Party is acting like this is some type of revelation. I don't know how aware like your average voter is of this stuff, but it was so obvious back in 2016 that this is who he was. It's only become more obvious since he's been president. It's hard for me to believe that this is what's going to take him down, because it should have taken him down 17 times over. But I guess the specific conspiratorial nature of the Epstein stuff makes it feel so deep-rooted and troubling that I don't think people are going to be able to entirely move past it. Like that combined, I guess, with him just going full like violence mode on Iran, despite people not really wanting us to get pulled into more conflicts. Maybe that 1-2 punch is actually going to peel off support from him. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think the birthday card is going to do it.
This birthday card didn't do it because it's just a store-bought card.
A store-bought card?
They sold it at a store. They sold at a store. It was just it was the card that was already pre-signed Donald, and it was in the wacky card section of the Hallmark store that Donald Trump probably had in one of his towers. And it just came like that. It came with that weird secret thing in the drawing of the naked woman, and he was in a rush, so that's the one he bought.
Is that in this news article you're reading?
This is deep inside knowledge, and I will be quoted on this.
No one's gonna quote you, Rick.
Well, but they could. I'm just saying, if you want to, put me in the news. Anyway, Trump went on. For more facts that aren't facts, we don't trust the news. It's not my language. It's not my words, Trump told a newspaper, allegedly, according to this newspaper. A typewritten note styled as an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, written in the third person, is reportedly included inside the outline of The Naked Woman. In the imagined conversation, Trump reportedly says, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey," to which Epstein replies, "Yes, we do, come to think of it. Enigmas never age, have you noticed?" Trump writes. According to the Journal, I'm not unsettled by this. My vision's not good today. Okay, claims to have reviewed pages from a leather-bound album of birthday cards examined by Department of Justice officials who investigated Epstein and his former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. The revelation follows a disastrous week for Trump, which we don't need to get into.
So fucking creepy.
With not even that weird, even if it was true. Which it's not, says the president, who we need to trust, because we elected him to be our commander in honesty. And why would he lie about this? Why wouldn't he lie about this?
This could be the kind of thing, though, like, this is just creepy, so it's somewhat fascinating. But it could be the kind of story that never really sinks into, like, being accepted as fact. Like the leaked, like Biden's daughter had a leaked journal. She like had a journal that supposedly leaked. And in that journal, she talked about taking showers with her dad when she was like a teenager. But that never really rose to the level of being accepted commonly as fact, to the point where I'm not even sure if that's like legit or not. It was very in right-wing circles. I could imagine this kind of thing sort of being more like the left-wing version of that. But the heat is on him so hard right now. Trump, that is, not Biden. Biden's heat is very much fading, Dark Souls style. The heat is on Trump so hard right now that it's just like the chips keep stacking up. I don't know. There's no incentive for him to actually release any of these things in a way that will get him legally in trouble. So and as long as he's got the reins of the party, which I don't see going anywhere, I don't see him losing those reins anytime soon. He's Roman Reignsing over the party. I feel again like all of this is going to just be kind of circling outrage, where everything is just constantly denied and everyone basically knows more or less. Everyone has a vague sense of what actually happened, but there's just no way that anyone will hold him legally culpable for it. I know the Democrats have introduced, or they're trying to introduce legislation to be voted on to release the Epstein files. Legislation, I don't even know what it would be. They're trying to bring it to a vote to release the Epstein files. Certain Democrats. I don't know how that's going or where that will go. But it would be good if they could at least use this moment, a discharge petition. Thank you, Bonsai Bullfrog. Would be good if the Democrats could get their shit together for just even half a second to make everyone go on the record and vote against these files being released, which I think Trump would have to whip at least the Republicans to vote against it. The fucked up thing, though, is I'm assuming Democrats would also have to vote against it because, again, the only thing that really makes sense to me here is that these files implicate people on both sides of the political spectrum from all over the place. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me about that line of reasoning is if all of our national power brokers are the ones in charge of stewarding these files and these revelations, why wouldn't they just manipulate them? Trump's talking about how Biden manipulated them to make him look bad. I don't understand why Trump isn't just manipulating them to make the Democrats look bad. I guess it's just all of the norms have been so shattered. I can't imagine that these things aren't basically up for sale. I don't know why the State Department or the FBI you couldn't just manipulate them into manipulating the documents. But maybe I'm being too nihilistic. Maybe there's still enough credibility when these investigations happen that they just uncover things. Then again, half the things they could uncover would probably just be shit, again, we already know. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much this continues to be a story. 2A exists for a reason. I'm too dumb to even know what 2A is in this context, live and sleazy. Ready for a great stream with many wonderful secrets. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You and I, what did he say? That is one of the more insane things I've heard written. Enigmas never age. Keep that in mind. Us enigmas, we never age. Whoa, you're claiming to be an enigma now? I'm just trying to sound presidential, personally. I'm studying up on how to be an orator, like Donald Trump. E. Jean Carroll would disagree with the every time it goes to court thing. Fair enough. They couldn't hide the fact that they edited the video in the metadata. Exactly. But I just mean if you control the spigot, then you can kind of control the flow of information, I'm assuming. But maybe not. I mean, the government's so big and cumbersome, maybe there just is legitimately a file that's and then on this day, Donald Trump was hanging out with Epstein at his pedophile mansion, and there were this many 15-year-old girls there. And there's just no way for him to edit that shit out of there. We'll see. Yeah, this is all about spigot control. The whole government is just about spigot control. Was there a wrestler, the Enigma? There has to have been. Or at least it was the nickname in front of a wrestler's name. Louis Vuitton, the Enigma. There should be a wrestler named Louis Vuitton, the Enigma, I've decided. Even if it's a brand, just do it anyway. Jeff Hardy was the charismatic Enigma. That's a good point. If it gets fully released, the attorney involved in the Epstein case would be allowed to release what they have. Well, they just fired James Comey's daughter, who I guess was involved in the Epstein investigation. Though given her handling of the P. Diddy trial, I can't say her batting record against rapists and pedophiles feels particularly strong. But I'm also kind of surprised she was still around, given how much Trump, hates the Comeys. He hates Comeys. Kind of sounds like a fun product when you say it like that. So, anyway, you're out of time, Case. You got to just hard cut to Munch and do a debate. That's true. There's no time to wait. A quick debate. It's time for Munch and Crumb. How am I supposed to debate under these circumstances? Throwing to me when I only got 5 minutes to do this? For a topic as meaningful as hard shell versus soft shell tacos? Let's see if this still works. Is your speak and spell working
Yum,
today?
yum, yum.
Okay, it is working, I guess. Good to know. What's that? You've more to say? Constantly saying things to me?
Munch loves soft shell.
That's actually true. Soft shell is the traditional taco arrangement. But just do nachos if you're going to do nachos. Nachos are a superior way to scoop up ingredients into your mouth anyway. Yeah, traditional. And as we all know, I've claimed to be Mexican on this stream before. Isn't that right, Crumb?
I prefer burritos.
Okay, well, that's convenient. Wait, that's not an option, you fucking bastard.
I only eat white foods.
That sounds about right. That does sound about right for you. So disappointing.
I miss my nummy.
Maybe this thing really works. You know, I was wondering if it did, but I can't imagine anyone other than you saying some shit like that. That's disgusting. It's a disgusting thing to say.
Yummy crunchy taco in my tummy.
All right. For anyone who doesn't know, look, Crumb seems to have damaged his vocal cords. I got him this device so that he can talk to me, the very real him who's definitely still alive, and how could he not be? Listen to him go. Listen to him go, Crumb.
He lost those flaccid shells.
No, I'm saying, first of all, a soft taco is not flaccid. If anything, it should be filled to bursting. Okay? And that makes it stiff in its own way, like an overstuffed burrito. We don't have much time left. I gotta fucking go. So I'm soft shell. You're apparently a maniac and love hard shell tacos. Disgusting to say. But I will bravely defend the side of the angels here for my proud Mexican people, which I am claiming to 100% represent. No one here to give me pushback on that, I'm realizing. Which is fine. It's fine when I have to sit in the statements that I make and no one can disagree with them right away. Unless they want to. No?
Munch is still a broke
Okay, look, it's just you miss Coach McGurk. That's insane to say. No one misses that man. A traitor? A traitor? I don't even want his support, and I never wanted it, and I don't need it, because he probably wants to give it back, and I don't even care. I've rejected him, he didn't reject me. And the point is, soft shell tacos are better. Because, look, if you're too hard and you're...
Chimichangas are best.
It's my turn to talk, actually. It's actually my turn to talk. I'm currently the one discussing soft shell tacos. Look, the point is, you want a flexible taco because...
What about tostadas?
What about fucking tostadas? We're not talking about that, Crumb. The point is, soft shell tacos are more malleable. You can stuff them with more meats and delicious...
Join the Cream Team Patreon.
Quit fucking plugging the Patreon right now. We're trying to have an actual discussion about...
I'm scared.
Yeah, I bet you're scared. You're scared because I'm hitting you with facts like that soft shell tacos are frankly superior. It's easier to get in your mouth. It's
You
easier...
can't have a taco without Baja Blast.
You absolutely can. You can have a Diet Coke. You can have a Agua Fresca. You can have a Jarrito.
I will
Jarritos.
feast on your hard shell soul with sour cream.
You fucking wish you could cream up your soul. Your soul is as dry as a goddamn baguette left out in the desert.
I miss Colchuga.
You don't even know how to say his fucking name. How could you miss him? Do you actually have anything to fucking say about soft shell tacos or hard shell
You
tacos?
want to shame the proud heritage of the hard shell taco? You and your classic flour dip. Get that off my plate. Get me my crunch, my corn, my universal taco. Yes, universal, because while try and mock the idea of hard shells, you can have nachos, you can have taco salad. What do you get when your taco falls apart? Depression and rejection, which I know you're all too familiar with.
Are you fucking done? Jesus. How's it feel to lose?
Fuck my wife.
Just gonna ignore that because I won. Boom! Don't need to win in that way. Can't even find your wife, actually. If you could get a hold of her, that'd be very helpful because I don't know where to send you after work. You just sit here and it's unsettling. Oh, shit. You didn't win. Yeah, no one's getting points for that. Turn his music off. And reduce his score. That's ridiculous. 1 second. Boom. Trying to steal my victory? You truly must think that you're unkillable. If you're trying to pull some shit like that, my hard-earned victory. I already gave you 6 points out of the kindness of my heart because I felt so bad for you being so fucking pathetic all the time. Jesus. I gotta fucking go.
Munchies tortoise, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what that means. What would that even fucking mean, Crumb, realistically?
You took eating from me.
First of all, you took it from yourself with your bad behavior and your gambling.
I want a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom.
I bet you do. And we would all support you doing anything other than sitting still.
I will stuff your taco dry.
I bet you would love whatever innuendo that is to make sense, but you cannot even step to this.
Regret it. You will regret it.
Did your voice thing just malfunction? Because that wouldn't be surprising. You
Hell
can't-
is too hard for soft tacos. But in hell, the hard shells always stab the roof of your mouth.
All right, look, we gotta fucking go. We're gonna raid somebody. I guess I'll do it because someone's being so lazy today. Trying to spook me with your malfunctioning voice box. I'm not that easily scared by whatever you think that even was, okay? Don't do it again. Can you?
Please, is someone looking after my nummy? I hope it's okay.
Okay, look, there's no time for this. Well, let's raid Bruce Green. Actually, let's raid Ricky Peacock. Good, thank you. Red Jacket is a cool nickname, and I will absolutely take that, Melody Von Torture. Unlike your nickname, which is still just... Sorry for the quick stream today. I don't really understand what's happening.
What
Might be
about
getting
taco
actually
soup?
haunted. What? What did you even just say? Jesus Christ. Let's play the credits and then let's actually use it as the end of the stream for once.
Crumb always wins.
Yeah,
You
well,
mocked my taco.
literally-
I fucked your mother.
what'd you say about my mother, Taco? My mother, Taco, is a saint, and she is filled with only the finest meats, which are not yours. That's all the time we have for today. Case has to do a Patreon or something. He's just so busy. He's literally so busy, he's already late. What the fuck is that? It's fucking terrifying. Can you not put yourself on a TV?
I will haunt you.
Yeah, well, apparently you already are. Jesus.